Yo, 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 what up, people? It's me, your boy Darian, back again with another video. So, before I get distracted, I'd like to thank you for being here. I know this is a kind of a strange setup, but just let me give you some background because I want you to know what's going on. So, I set up these colors because I wanted my stuff to look at least a bit visually appealing. I mean, I might not have the cinematic edits because I'm doing this inside my room and I can really move around. But I wanted it to make it at least look enticing. So I set up a little spotlight there. It's shining right inside my eyeball. So you guys, I hope you're willing and ready to start paying for my spectacles because it's falling apart. Anyway, so I set up a spotlight over here. I'm using a Godox spotlight. It's on like 24% power, but it's super dark in my house right now, so it works perfectly. I'm also using a blue strobe illuminating the entire room to give like an overall vibe, and using the psychology of color. I wanted it to be cool, but the the heat should be on me, right? So yeah, that's what's going on right now. Yo, use my hands to distract you. All right. So today, what I want to talk about, I want to talk about a couple of things. I don't know if I talked about it last time on my first video, but it is related to being a perfectionist and waiting until you've got everything done and ready to start. You know, a long time ago, a really big influencer in my country, Ghana, told me that, hey, you're not gonna become an influencer if you just keep telling yourself, hey, I'm gonna do it when I get the equipment. I actually didn't believe her. I was like, she doesn't know what she's talking about, XYZ, XYZ. But then I got equipment and I still wasn't doing anything. So, it just proved itself to be true, or maybe it was a self-fulfilling prophecy. I'm not really certain, but what I do know is that she was right. And I needed to change that. So I'm changing that right now by actually doing stuff that appeals to me. And yeah, so the moral of the story is you can't wait until everything's perfect because things will never be perfect. You need to be okay with doing things when it's not ideal. You got to be able to walk in the rain when you don't want to walk in the rain. You can't always wait for the rain to stop, because if you always wait for the rain to stop, then sometimes the rain never stops because there's a thunderstorm, or something like that. So you got to be able to walk in the rain and make the type of sacrifices in certain situations to get where you want to go. So this is me making a little bit of a sacrifice because, yeah, I'm kind of tired, and yeah, I don't really think this is the best setup ever, but sometimes you just gotta try, bro. And this is me. This is my story. This is me trying, doing a thing, and yeah, I'm doing a thing in the background here. Wizard of the charts. So let me tell you a cool story about charting and its relation to mastery and perfectionism. So trading is a little bit like finding out deeply and truly, you know, how disciplined you can be with yourself and your own rules. Because trading is pretty easy. Don't let me. I don't want to deceive you. It's not easy in the sense that, oh, you can wake up tomorrow and do it, but it's really easy in that it's to do it well. You need to just write down a couple of rules, and you need to be able to stick to those rules every time you hop on a chart, or you go to trade. And why it's so like important to be able to identify what your edge is because if you don't, you're gonna go and you're gonna wreck yourself. You're gonna lose some money. You're gonna go and you're gonna waste a lot of your time, a lot of your resources, a lot of your mental energy, just staring at something and nothing's happening, or you're staring at it and you're hoping something happens, but it doesn't really conform to your rules. So just you end up just blowing everything up. But yeah, I mean, what more else can I say? Uh, it's about sticking to your rules, following your rules, and realizing that, hey, it's never going to be perfect because nothing ever happens the same way in trading. But you can kind of see that sometimes things are kind of similar, and you need to be able to, and you need to be willing and able to act when the time is right. So that's why it comes back to the same thing again. I think life in general is just about becoming uncomfortable and doing really difficult stuff. What is this thing I was turning off? Oh yeah, I put my computer to sleep. I forgot about that. Anyway, it's fine. So yeah, life is just about just finding out the fact that yeah, it's not easy. Sometimes, most times things are very difficult. Like especially the things that are worth it. And yeah, sometimes you just gotta be able to step out of your comfort zone, try a thing, fail a couple of times, get better, be willing to get better, and boom, you know, everything happens, clicks into place, and boom, you're happy. But that brings me to my next point: happiness. I just said it there. So let me clear my throat really quickly. So I just said it there: happiness, and you're happy, right? That signifying in my own mind that I think that happiness is like some attainable goal. I don't really believe that happiness is an attainable goal, to be honest with you, because if you're happy and it's attainable, then you'll just stay happy forever. But no one stays happy forever unless you're on, like, I don't know, some hallucinatory substance. And I don't really know what's the point of that, because you're not living in the real world. But let me not jump down that rabbit hole. The point is, I don't really think happiness is fully, infinitely achievable and realizable, but you can come closer and closer to being happy. So I kind of, maybe I need to actually just sit down and intro intro introvise not intro not introvise introvert introspect. I need to introspect and find out, why the hell did I say that? Because that's a pretty core thing in my conception of human psychology. I really believe that people should believe what they say, and if they really do internalize it and believe truly what they say, they won't make those type of mistakes, by saying something that they don't really mean, because, things would line up. There's congruency in action and behavior, thought and speech. But yeah, maybe it was just a slip of the tongue, but who knows? This is what these things are for. I came here to sit down and to really just try something, because I do a whole bunch of stuff, but this is like one thing that I always wanted to do, that I keep putting it off, because I'm like, I'll never be good enough. But boom, I'm trying it, and I'm learning more about myself in the process. So yeah, I encourage you guys to just do something that scares you, have some fun, you know, um, stop scrolling on TikTok all day, get off of Facebook, because the thing about TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and all these other, even YouTube, right? YouTube is really good as a resource, but the thing with all these platforms is that they remove you from living. Like, they make you live less and consume more. Like, I think it's been said so many times that we're in a culture of consumption, but people fail to realize how little they're actually living in today's world, because they're just so sucked in their eyes and their attention and everything's just so sucked in into the device that it's just crazy. Oh, I kind of messed up everything. Coming back to where I was before I got distracted. I was saying that yeah, we're so sucked into our phones nowadays that we just fail to really go outside and just experience the world as it actually is, which is a freaking amazing piece of can't even say piece because it's more than a piece. It is an entirety. It is full. It is round like globe. like like a civilization well rounded. The world is well rounded. Anyway, before I lose track of my thoughts because of my marginalized and minimized attention span from my own consumptive habits, I will, get back on track. So, yeah, we stare at these devices all the time, and we get sucked into our phones and, the lives of other people, and we just fail to live our own lives. We spend like 6, 8 hours looking at stuff on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and we're like, oh my God, that's so funny. That's so funny. Oh yeah, this is amazing. This guy's cooking crab. But you can cook crab, bro. It might not come out perfectly like how this guy's doing it, but he's done it. He's done it a billion times, probably, bro. Probably not a billion. I don't even know if there are a billion crabs in this world, but my point is, he's done it a lot of times. And he's only done it a lot of times because he's living. You're never gonna do it if you keep looking at him make crabs. Just, like, I want you to make some crabs and come invite me to taste it. Like, make some food and invite your friends to taste it and record it. That's an experience. Then you don't have to look at other people who make crabs. You could be the person creating the stuff that other people look at. But I mean, yeah, that just feeds back into the cycle because someone has to look at it anyway, right? I don't know. Sometimes the answers are harder to get to than you initially realize because now I'm falling in a rabbit hole. Is everything gonna be alright, man? Because there needs to be some watcher, right? But if there's a watcher, then does that mean we're all doomed to either be watchers or producers? You know what? I think I just thought about the answer. And it's related to the yin and yang. Like I was just falling down into oblivion there, and then I realized that, wait, things have to have balance. So you can actually watch stuff. And on the flip side, you can create stuff, right? Yeah, that makes sense. So like you don't spend all your time doing one thing, but you spend your time doing as much as you can. And a variety is like you don't want to eat like bread and water every day. Like that would be terrible. But you also don't want to eat like caviar all the time because then you're gonna miss bread and water. Like if you eat caviar like every day, I'm pretty certain after like a couple days you're gonna be like, please give me some bread and water, bro. Like I just want something different, some flavor in my throat. So, yeah, life is about balance. So I believe we can balance things out if we really want to. And if you want to live more fulfilling lives, balance is the answer. So, this is my message to you today. Take my message and, yeah, be gone.